In this tutorial, we are going to study in detail about preprocessor directives and what are the preprocessor directives that are available. So in the first tutorial, I have already mentioned you about the preprocessor directives. As I have mentioned, preprocessor directives will direct the processor to do some tasks. So we'll see in detail what are these preprocessor directives and what it will direct the processor to do. So all these preprocessor commands begin with a hash symbol. As you can see here, this is one preprocessor directive that is commonly used, that is hash define. We are going to see the example for all these preprocessor directives. I'll be taking you through the code. So as of now, this hash define substitutes a preprocessor macro. In the sense, you can use hash define to define some macro with some value. So, and another preprocessor directive is hash include. We have already seen it. This is to include some file into our code. Inserts a particular header from another file. And we have another preprocessor directive if defined. This def is if defined. If something is defined, then execute the below set of code. This tells the processor like that. Returns true if the macro is defined. For example, if defined A. If A is already defined, then do the following set of operations. And another similarly, another macro is if not defined. If the following thing is not defined, in the sense it will return true if the macro is not defined. And then another preprocessor directive we have is if something, then do this, else don't do it. Test if a compile time condition is true. That is hash if checks if a compile time condition is true. If that condition is true, then it will execute it. Otherwise, it will skip that particular code during compile time. And another one similarly, as if we have another one named else. So hash else means it is a preprocessor directive. It's similar to if. It is alternative for if. And another one we have elif. Elif in the sense it's else if in one statement. We are going to see the usage of all these preprocessor directive in this tutorial. So, and we have endif, like if we have our preprocessor directive if, right? Similarly, if we use any preprocessor directive named hash if, then we need to use endif. And then another preprocessor directive is hash error. This prints error message on standard error directory. This will be going in detail. And so we'll move to our hands-on experience. So the first one what we have is if hash define. Now let's see. Hash define is my preprocessor directive. Maybe I will define A as 10 and I'll remove all this code. I have removed everything. And now I have not declared any variable. I have defined the value of a to be is equal to 10. So now I am going to print the value of a. If I do that, if I compile it, and if I run it, then 10 will get printed. And also if I will check hash include, anyways we have it over here. Then now we'll check if not defined. Hash if not defined. This is another preprocessor directive. If not defined A, if not defined A, then hash define B as 10. Then I am going to end my if. So I have ended my if statement over here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to print a here, since a is already been defined here, it will print a. So in the next step we are going to print b, then it will throw one error. So let's see that part. I have compiled it and I have run it. So now we got the value of a. Now I'll try to print the value of b. Since a is defined already, it will give error. See, as you can see here, B was not declared in the scope. So what we can do is that we just remove this hash define. Now I have removed the hash defined and now we have this one over here, and I compiled my code. It gave one error. No. So this got compiled. I'll compile it again. Yeah, it got compiled, and now if I run it, then I'll get the value of b as 10. So now what I'll do, I'll make the value of b as 20. If a is not defined, then the value of b is 20 I made. And now I'm going to run it and we got the value of b as 20. This is the usage of if not defined. And whenever we have this if defined or if not defined, then we need to have the end if preprocessor directive also. So now we'll try with hash define a as 10, and if defined a, then define b also. And now we will print see out a and b, both will print. So if I compile it, if defined a, then define b, so both should execute. Some error is there, maybe I'll try to run it again. So yeah, the errors are not there. Now I am going to run it, and if I run this, I'm going to get, so if I run it, I'm going to get 10 and 20, because here a is defined. We have if defined a, then define b. If a is not defined, then it won't work. So let's check that. So now a is not defined and I'm going to compile it. The b is not declared in the scope. That is because b is not defined or declared anywhere else. For that we can do, so this will give otherwise you can declare it as a global variable and then you can try to execute it. That will work. I have declared it as a global variable and now I am going to execute it. So it got executed, but the value became 0, 0. If you declare something as a global variable, then the default value will be assigned as 0. So now we got the values as 0, 0. The earlier time we got error because a and b were not defined or declared anywhere using hash define macro. So hope you understood about these preprocessor directives, and I guess you can try out the remaining preprocessor directives by yourself. And basically, these preprocessor directives are used to define macros. In here, if we define hash define B20 means B is a macro with the value of 20. So when you are writing a large code and if you want to use some variable again and again, then it's very useful for you to use these preprocessor directives. So I hope you understood this today's tutorial. If you have any doubts, please ask me in Q&A session. And thank you for listening. We'll meet in the next tutorial.